So it appears Donald Trump is going on another one of his morning tweet storms. Now it's currently 6:45 a.m. Pacific time as I'm recording this, and it's funny because basically he started tweeting about an hour ago, and the tweets are kind of trickling in. So I'm pretty sure even after I finish recording this, he'll probably have sent out more tweets. But so to start, he quote tweets a tweet that says the Floyd County, Georgia Elections Board confirms to NBC News the audit found 2,500 to 2,700 votes that weren't counted. At this time, we don't know for sure what went wrong, said board member Melanie Conrad. And Trump responds saying, Trump votes. I guess trying to allege that all 25 to 2,700 votes would be in favor of him, which is hilarious. Even if every single one of those votes were to go in his favor, he still would be down over 12,000 votes. So getting desperate. He quote tweeted a tweet. This is one that's going to boost his ego. It says President Trump received 10.1 more million votes across the U.S. than he received 4 years ago, including in areas with the majority of Hispanic voters. So the former part of that is not really something to be proud of. There's just really heightened voter participation because of the COVID crisis and all the stuff around it. And Trump responds saying, and I won the election. Voter fraud all over the country. And as you can see, Twitter cited it saying multiple sources called this election differently. Another quote tweet, okay, it says, breaking, the Wayne County Board of Canvassers has just unanimously voted to certify the results of the election and call on Michigan SOS Jocelyn Benson to conduct an audit of the unexplained precincts in Wayne County that did not match. And so I guess what had happened was, I think it was in Michigan, where there was a 2-2 split on whether or not to certify the election. And I think it came down to party lines. And everyone's like, what the hell, dude? Especially in Michigan, dude. Like, you're getting rocked in Michigan. You're down like over 140,000 votes. It's not even relatively close. I don't even think any of the races are really close, to be honest with you. But that one is as far away from close as you can get. His lead in Michigan is like, what is it, like 14 Wisconsin leads? It's hilarious how big of a lead it is. So then they flipped, I guess, on a second vote, and it went 4-0. So Trump raged. He says, wrong! At first they voted against because there were far more votes than people. Sad. Then they were threatened, screamed at, and viciously harassed, and were forced to change their vote, but then refused as American patriots to sign the documents. 71% mess. Don't harass. I don't know what he means by 71% mess. I don't know what that key 71% number is. He's creating these fake ideas in his head. Although, at this point, I'm not even sure if he believes any of this stuff. It's really debatable. I think that he's just kind of faking it now, so it's kind of hard to take these tweets seriously. In another quote tweet, the quote tweet reads, the November 13th, 17th opinion poll showed that Trump's open defiance of Biden's victory in both the popular vote and the Electoral College appears to be affecting the public's confidence in American democracy, especially among Republicans. Trump says, this is a rigged election. No Republican poll watchers allowed. Voting machine glitches all over the place, meaning they got caught cheating. Voting after the election ended, and so much more. So all of that is completely false, by the way. Not many glitches, if any at all. There is no voting after the election ended. All the votes that came in were ballots postmarked on election day. And so Trump was trying to make a big deal about ballots coming in after election day, but were postmarked on election day. He failed in pretty much all of his cases to get rid of the extensions that were given for time for the ballots to arrive. But Biden won without any of those votes casted, so it's not even really, that has nothing to do with it whatsoever. And the idea that no Republican poll watchers were allowed is completely false. And it goes on, as the tweet says, here's Pennsylvania Supreme Court's 5-2 majority opinion rejecting the Trump campaign's claim that Republican observers didn't get meaningful access to watch vote counting. And Trump says they didn't even allow Republican observers into the building to watch, a terrible insult to our Constitution. Again, that's fake news. Totally false. And again, I don't really care what Trump has to say on Twitter. I care about what's going on in court, because that's at this point the only serious place where any of this stuff can be determined, right? He can say as much as he wants that no Republican observers were allowed into the building to watch, but what is definitively proving him? What can I do to prove him false on Twitter? Nothing. So if your claims are real, if they really have merit, if they really have weight, go into court, make your case, and win a case for once, okay? But you're not winning any. You're getting shut down every time. And even when you win, it's because, it's some weird, like, little thing that's not going to change anything. So, your Twitter tweets are just a waste of time. Spend your time in court. I don't care what you have to say on Twitter. I don't care what anybody has to say on Twitter, for that matter. He sends one more tweet. It says the Georgia recount is a joke and is being done under protest. Even though thousands of fraudulent votes have been found, the real numbers in matching signatures. Governor must open up the unconstitutional consent decree and call in the legislature. So he's also bitching about the Georgia race. He's basically just whining about every single race that he's losing everywhere. Georgia, Arizona, Pennsylvania, Michigan. He's just a big loser, a big whiner. And it appears he's going to continue his tweet storms that he's going on. But this is incredibly embarrassing, man. I mean, I don't even know what to say.